I'm going to have an inbox preview look at this kit here, which is the Werk medium tank T-72M 3-in-1 and 1/35 scale. The kit is DW35032. The kit itself is actually an amusing hobby kit, and that's really the reason why I bought this, because I've never done any of the amusing hobby. Actually, I don't think I've done any other kits, but I've never done any other T-72s, and they do quite a range of just about every T-72. I don't actually know if they do this variation of tank, because as you can see, like with the Werk stuff, it's very heavily like German leading things, and this tank, when you see the 3-in-1, the variations are for like East German vehicles. So I don't think Amusing Hobbies releases this one. The only way you can get this variation of this tank is through the Werk company, and it's also kind of weird, like that my local hobby shop is where I picked this up, and I was looking for Amusing hobby T-72, and this is the one they had through Werk, because Amusing Hobby is a very hard company to order from. Like, they seem to have a catalog of completely available kits, but for whatever reason you can't really get a hold of them. Like, some places have some of their catalog and other places have others, and so you're better off getting it through the Werk than you are the actual Amusing Hobbies, which is kind of strange. So we'll have a look here at the box art, and it's saying that well, it's a highly detailed plastic model, obviously, and there are variations. Are the T-72M, which is basically your standard T-72 early version, and then the UV1 and UV2. It looks like just turret, but I guess it's just this correct shaped turret for them, because I believe there is quite a bit of variation in the chassis as well. And then we've got smoke dischargers with and without workable single track links, which we'll have a look at. And then there's no interior and no figures included, because these Amusing Hobbies kits, a lot of them have full complete interiors. As far as figures go, I don't know if Amusing Hobbies kits have figures or not. We'll have a look at the side of the box. It looks like we've got a Czechoslovak tank, a Hungarian tank up here, the East German, and an Iraqi tank. So I'm not sure if the Iraqis had ex-East German vehicles in their inventory, but I know they had early T-72s. So that's in here, and then on the side of the box you have that info, and it shows our different variations here on the side. Some of the things to note, like this is a very early variation, this M. Like, I can tell from like you can see on these steps right here. Let me see if I can get it to focus, and you can see there's like 3 little ridges, and then on this variation here it has like 2 little ridges, because some of these early variants, like when they got upgraded, there's an extra like armored plate on the front to make it thicker. So you've got like a really early vehicle, and then you've got a slightly upgraded one, and a little bit more information here. And like NVA, it refers to East Germany, not like North Vietnamese Army. So we will open it up and have a look. I have not opened this yet, so let's flip it around here. All right. Okay, so I guess maybe what we'll do is, maybe I can get to it. Okay, I can get to the instruction sheets here. So it looks like we've got a nice color, like a semi-color sheet. Really well done catalog here, like high quality paper. So interesting how they've done the stamp here for the East German. So I'm guessing they really are heavily trying to push you to do a East German vehicle. I'll look at the color charts first. So color profiles are by Ammo Mag, and it looks like Ammo Mag's been doing a lot of research for a lot of different companies in their vehicles. So we have our East German 1980s vehicle here, which is just standard. I mean, all it's going to be is the roundel on the side. And the T-72M, which is in the Hungarian army from the 90s. And it would have been pretty outdated by that time, I would think. But then we have our Czechoslovak vehicle from the 80s. And we have our new Iraq army from 2006. So this would have been a Hungarian, you could see the Hungarian production, or a Hungarian stock vehicle that was sent over to Iraq, which again, it would have been quite outdated, but kind of is what it is. But it's not a 1991 Iraqi vehicle, like when they were like getting massacred back in the first Gulf War. So this is kind of interesting for it to be a later vehicle. And you can see, I'm guessing when we go through the decals, if you see the new Iraqi flag on here, it's not the old style, which is quite interesting because I did think this was an older vehicle, like from the first Gulf. We'll go through our parts here. I wish they actually didn't color the background to make it look like an old manual, just because of the way they did the black. It looks a little confusing, but I mean, it's not too bad. It looks like there's lots of parts though. So we've got our breakdown of our suspension, and here's how we're going to be making up the tracks with pins. Looks like it's excellent. That's the best way of doing tracks, if the pins actually fit properly. And yeah, here's our front plate here with the upgraded armor, or the I guess the UV2 is the upgraded armor, and then the other variations you're going to do is like with the early armor on there. So I'll just flip through a few more if there's anything exciting in here. I don't really think so. Also, it shows us how to properly do the plumbing, which is nice, and they have an interesting way of doing it. You've basically got a wire in a tube, I guess, which is a good way of doing it. I like that. And our variations on the turret with the smoke launchers or without the smoke launchers, and the commander's gun there. And we've got 29 steps, which is kind of a lot, but it doesn't look too bad. Now we'll move into the plastic. So here's our lower. Okay, so all of our access hatches, like for the I guess the engine, transmission, and whatnot, is open, and the escape hatch is open. That's really cool. It must be a throwback to the full interior vehicles. Like, you must be able to do just like every little bit of it, and highly detailed underside. And I'm assuming the shape here is perfectly correct. And the way they've done the fenders integrated in there looks alright. And our tracks. The tracks look really good. See if I can focus on them. See the detail and how open the pins are? Really well done. You should be very easy to paint these and clean them up. There's not too much of a mess all over them. They're pretty open there. Again, should be easy to paint. We'll have a look at our turret. I'm not sure if this is a specific turret. to this vehicle or not, how they were saying it was the correct style of turret. But you can see the excellent casting, excellent shape to it. So I'm not sure, but I believe the later models of T-72, this comes out, it's a little bit, bulks out there a little bit more. The early variations didn't have that. But it looks excellent. The casting texture on there looks excellent. As far as the inside goes, there's nothing on the inside. And then here's our cover. Looks nice for the gun manlet. I'm not sure why you have this extra piece. If this plate goes over top of the, like it's a reinforcement for the top, or what the deal is, because you've got another bottom of the turret there too, and again another cover for the manlet. Don't know which one we'll be using yet, but the pieces are like highly detailed in here. Our hatches, you can see the casting on there. It's even got the casting number in there. Very nice, very detailed. In the gun shield for a later tank, which might be something to keep for a later build. In our gun, for the commander. And the muzzle is open on it, so that's excellent. So far it looks excellent. And then we've got one piece fuel drums, which is I really like this. I'm not sure how hard it is to mold those, but I wish everybody would do it. Even though in actual real life, I believe there is a seam that runs across them, just the way that the barrels are manufactured. I'm not positive on that. And then our full suspension here. Yeah, so the fuel tanks look excellent. And we have our gun. The log is not very good. I mean, they've made an attempt at it, but I mean, you can kind of texture it. It looks actually quite thin also. So this might be something to just actually leave right off. And the gun itself looks okay. I don't like I hate when they're split like that, but it kind of just is what it is. It would maybe be a candidate to replace. And then here's our early style of front mud guards there. And our suspension here. More wheels. The wheels look excellent, highly detailed. And the little like ridges in the wheels, they actually look proper to scale. Should be very easy to paint these by hand, even if you want to. Very well done. And more pieces here. They look like they've done a great job on these. And the proper end caps on our smoke dischargers also. So that's really nice. Like sometimes they're just like flat on the top, but these are sort of dished out properly. And we have our like side skirting here. Here's our bins. Sort of typical, but they're nice and sharp around all the clamps and brackets and whatnot. And our side skirting here, you can see how it's got the little flecks and various things in there. Really super nice. And the other side here, there are various tanks on there. Looks excellent. All of the detail in this, even the side piece here, which again I believe is a type of bladder to seal the turret up. You can see how it has that really weird texture to it. Like they've actually looked at the proper texturing. Really nice. And okay, so they give us a jig also with our track. These are just our track pins. they look all right, and there is a jig there for you. That's good. That's really nice that they've done that. So there's quite a few parts in this one. Our glass, the big infrared spotlight glass there. I can't tell. I think this is open. I don't think it's closed. Our various pieces. All of that looks really nice. All of the different lights here. Then we have, these will be the part of the options, like the reinforcement plate here on the front, and just the standard front, and in the back here. It looks highly detailed. It's going to be interesting how it builds out. I like the plastic that they've used also. It's not too brittle, but I think it's a little harder than the trumpeter style, maybe. So that's excellent. And then we have our photo etch right here, which looks nice enough. Yeah, so the details on the other side of it. And it looks pretty good, like they've done it properly. All in here, you can see where like the bolt detail is and everything. Really nice. And I'm not going to pull the decals out here, but you can see, yeah, that it's got the modern Iraqi flag. So actually you've got a fairly modern vehicle, and then you've got some really early subjects also. So that's excellent. And here's our, like, it's like there's tubing in here, actual tubing, like it's really a wire is what it is. You can see the wire, so you can actually move it. And then you've got rope, which is, this is the best for doing cables, is this kind of rope right here. This is excellent. And then you've got that kind of spring stuff, which is really good. This kit looks excellent. It's probably one of the most detailed like T-72s I've seen yet. And so yeah, this is the Werk medium take T-72M 3-in-1, and it is an Amusing Hobbies kit, but I believe if you want to do this variation, you're pretty much going to have to get this kit. So really, other than that, it looks like a great kit, and thank you for watching.